we did try different kind of buffer overflow attack. Actually, this is only one type of buffer overflow. Buffer overflow is a very big subject, but the objective of this section is to how to utilize the memory and how to get advantage of from buffer overflow. And we went explaining a specific application, which was the CKPOM application. On this video, I'm going to just show you another application. I will not go step by step like previous video, but I'm going to show you the application, I'm going to show you the code, and I would like you to have a deep look on the code. I'm going to show you the script, but I want you to use the same script we used before and customize it to be able to compromise the system. The application name was Ability Server. This is a server, some small software that you can install on your machine, and it will transfer your machine to an FTP server or email server, or it has a lot of function, email server, FTP server, different kind of services, HTTP. So it can transfer your client machine to an HTTP server and browse pages or email or FTP. And this specific version, I believe it was 2.37, was infected with buffer overflow. So if I install this application, I will share with you the link to be able to download this application, and I can create an account. I already created an account after the username FTP and password FTP, and then I can activate. I will activate the Ability Server. This application was infected with buffer overflow. So what happened is I utilized the same script, and I did create or modify the script to be able to utilize this buffer overflow after testing it. And you remember how to test an application by any fuzzer, or you can check any website, any security website, searching for information about this application. And I end up with this script that I want you to do the same, but I want you to go step by step using the primary script that I uploaded on the first video in this section. So sorry, nano 2.python, and this is the script. So I believe now if you watch or if you read the script, you'll be able to understand what is it. So the first one is the shell code, and then we have this value, and if you remember, this value is the jump ESP, and then we have the buffer has 965A, and then the jump ESP, and then 16C, and then 16 null byte, and finally the shell code and whatever remaining from the code, because total amount of buffer was 2000, not like a previous scenario 2000. And the only difference here in this script that this application requests authentication. So you can see that we have a couple of lines here that you log in to this specific machine with this specific IP and specific port, because FTP port on port 25. When you log in on this to this machine that have this server, it will request username and password. So the next two steps will enter the username FTP and password FTP. So not necessarily that you need to have an account on this server to be able to compromise, but you are just studying the attack. So all the steps is the same, except this application requests some request and authentication. So two comment here, or two line, are related to the authentication part, entering the username FTP and password FTP. And according to that, if we run the script, it should open port 4444 because I choose the Windows bind shell, and I'll be able to connect. So before testing it, I want you to take your task on this video. It's to take the primary script, which is this script. No, I'm going to upload the script with you to you 1.py, sorry, and this is a primary script, same idea. It has just the basic one, and I want you to customize that to be able to compromise to reach what I done, but I want you to use the different shell code, so you will not just copy and paste. So try to go step by step following the previous video until you reach a stage where you can get a Windows reverse shell. So just to make sure that my script is working, if I just run the script, and I open use NC, because definitely a port, or hopefully a port, has been opened, 192.168.95.137 and port 4444, and here you go, you have access to the machine. So I hope buffer overflow is explained well to you, and I want you to practice that very well, because this is one of the good skills that you should learn. And on the next video, which will be the last on the section, I'll give you a vulnerable application, and I want you to do everything from A to Z. And if you have any problem, just submit your question on the discussion board. I'll reply back, and even if it was not clear, I'll arrange for a remote session to guide you step by step. Thank you so much.